stretch today. Today's class, we've got 3 circuits that we're going to be working through. In each circuit, there's between four exercises pretty much in each segment. We are going to be working on reps today and not time. So it's going to be a little bit different. Usually we do 45 seconds or a minute or maybe 30 seconds, it depends, but today it's going to be repetitions. I want you to make sure you've got your weights easily accessible for you. If you do not have any weights and you're using just your body weight and or water bottles and or cans, make sure that they're nearby so you can switch out of them if you want to switch your intensity level. Today's going to be really strength focused. We're not going to be doing really any cardio today, so it's going to be really mostly focused on just working through our repetitions and just strength. And then we're going to finish with a nice 15 to 20 minute stretch at the end. Get the body nice and lengthened. So let's just start off with a real quick 5-minute warm-up. Let's extend the arms up as you're ready. Overhead, bring your feet about hip distance apart. And then as you exhale, guide your hands down to the side. And inhale, reach. And exhale, just let the arms flow, let the shoulders soften. Good, and let it go. And last one, circle sweep the arms up towards the sky. Grab hold of the left wrist, lean over to the right. Keep your feet relatively straight, a little wider than hip distance apart. And then come back through center and alternate sides, bringing it over to the left. Open the right shoulder. And then come back through center. Swim the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Open the chest. Press the hands away from the body if you've got space for that today. Beautiful. And then as you're ready, swim your hands forward. Interlace your fingers. Press them away. And give the back of your shoulders a nice little stretch here. Good, and release. Good. We're going to come over to the left. We're just going to do a little side lunge to balance to get our legs nice and warmed up. So starting maybe on the left side of your mat or left side of your room, take a nice big step towards the right. We're going to bend, and then as we press up, we're going to bring our right knee up to a balanced position. Now I want you to make sure that with whatever we're doing today, you feel like you work at your own pace. Even though we're going to be working through repetitions, if you feel like it's going too fast, really just find that foundation. We're trying to create movements that are balanced, and we're not trying to rush through them. We'll have a little bit more recovery time today, so if it takes you a little longer to finish something, there'll be some time between our movements today. Good. Beautiful. Nice job. Good. We've got another 10 seconds left. Good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Shake that right leg out if you did your right. Then we're going to walk ourselves over to the right side of the mat. And we'll start by taking a nice giant step towards the left and then back through center. One side might feel a little bit more wobbly just for the first few reps. And we usually try to get that balance. Beautiful, guys. You look so good. I love seeing your bodies. It looks great. Beautiful. Nice job, everyone. Beautiful. So for those of you who have, I'm just talking while we have some time here, have purchased packages, and you guys signed up for the rainbow class on Fridays, I think it might be deducting off your package. So you're going to see some cancellations from me today so that it doesn't charge you for that class, because that class is free. So if you're wondering what it is, that's what it is, okay? Good. Let's go for another 10 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, give me one more. Beautiful. Whew. All right, hopefully we're feeling a little bit more loose through the legs, so feel free to create some circles with the knees. Great. So we're going to start off with our circuit set number 1. We're going to go into a goblet squat. Now, typically when I do goblet squats, I tend to go more into a sumo squat position, but today we're going to bring it in just a little. So a little wider than hip distance apart. We're going to grab a weight. I want you to go a little heavier on this resistance so you have something to challenge your legs with. So we're going to be holding the weight, not really doing anything with it. And we're going to hold it. I like to hold it with my heel of my hand underneath the dumbbell. If you don't have that, you can have whatever it is you're holding, whether it's a can or a water bottle, just hold it so that both hands are holding onto it nice and securely. We're going to go down for 15 repetitions. As you're going to come down into your squat, your back is going to stay long. You're going to press into your heels to lift. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Down and lift. Now focus on squeezing up through the glutes, drawing the quads up. Down. 4. Now I have to warn you, if you've trained with me before, you know my counting is not always right. So if we do a couple of extra, we take off a few, just be patient with me. I think we're at 10 here. 11 and 12. Keep going. 13, 14, and 15. Good job. Nice job. If you haven't finished quite yet, take a second or two to finish up what you got. Good. Now, next one, we're going to be going into a row, a bent over row. We're going to be doing 2 types of rows. So we're going to be doing a wide row. I'll show you front-wise first. Wide row first, down, elbows in, side row. So wide, down, in, okay? So first feet hip distance apart, bend the knees, we hinge from the hips, we keep the belly pulled in, back is long. Wide row first, wide, down, in, down. There's a rotation of the weight. As you're coming down, you're rotating so that the palms are facing each other. And I want you to think about drawing the shoulder blades together. Try not to squeeze up through the neck here. Good. Beautiful. Now we got 15 repetitions in total. 1 rep consists of a wide row and an elbow close to the body row. Good. I'm going to say we're at 7 now. Make sure you count. Get your reps in. Keep your belly pulled in. If there's this tendency to kind of arch to the low back, keep your tailbone tucked in and your belly pulled in. Beautiful. We're almost there. Beautiful. Let's get 2 more reps in. Good. And last one. If you've got another couple, go ahead and finish them up. Nice job. Beautiful. Now we're going to come down to the floor. We're going to go into a bridge with a chest press. So you're going to want to have your weights nearby. If you've got some heavier weights here, your chests are quite strong, so don't be shy to go up a little bit on resistance. We're going to lie right down on our back. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. And we're going to do a single, single, double. So, taking your weights at either side, lie down on your back, knees are bent, hip distance apart. We're going to begin bringing the weights up so that they're nice and lifted and your shoulders and clavicles are wide. We're going to bend, reach, bend both, and press up, okay? A total of 30 repetitions in total. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay? 4, 5, and 6. Make sure you're breathing. 9. Good. 10, 11, and 12. If I am going too fast, slow your pace down. Make it work for you. Good. 15. Halfway. 17 and 18. 20. 21. Keep going. We got 9 left. Good. 6 more. I said we were going into bridges, didn't I? I don't think I went into my bridge. Lost that one. All right, keep going. We got 1 more. Last one, and press it up and rest the weights over to the side. If you went to a bridge and you actually listened to what I said, good on you. If you followed my plea, I'm sorry. All right, roll over onto your side. We're going to go into a 1-minute plank. Remember, you've got options with planks. Plank number 1 can be resting on your knees, and we're doing a kneeling plank. Option number 2, we're going to go into a push-up plank where your legs are going to be extended out long. That's going to be the heaviest of the 3 options. The last one is on your forearms. Just watch that your body isn't shifted back, but that you're shifting forward, elbows right beneath the shoulders. So when you're ready, I'm going to actually do a push-up plank. 3, 2, 1. We're going right into a minute. Just an isometric hold here. We do these a lot in circuits, and I invite them in every single time. It's just really trying to get our body acclimated to this effort. It's such a great exercise because it turns on so much in our body. If you look at a diagram of a body in a plank position, it really turns on almost all the muscles in the front of the body, as well as a lot of them in the back. So it's such a great all-rounder of an exercise. And it's really a function of doing them. The more you do them, the easier they get. Keep your belly pulled in so you're not going to your low back. We got 15 seconds left. I always can't help to think about that Marine who did this for 8 hours not too long ago. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down onto your knees. Press back onto your heels. Reach your hands away from your body. Give your shoulders and your back a stretch. All right, nice job, guys. That was circuit number 1, done and in the bag. We are going to go into our circuit number 2. We're going to be doing some wood chops. Going to work the obliques. So come to a standing position. Now, many times, wood chops are taught where you're going down towards the floor. Not today. Today we're going to do more of a reach down to about midway through our thigh. Feel that slight rotation and then lift up overhead towards the other side. We're going to be doing 15 reps on one side, 15 reps on another. My encouragement to you is try to grab a heavier weight. So if you're using water bottles at home and you can grab 2 at the same time in both your hands, go ahead and do that. That's a great way to just challenge ourselves a little bit with a little bit of extra weight. All right, we're going for 15 on each side. Feet are a little wider than hip distance apart. Twist, lean slightly, come, twist, and reach up to the other side. Hips stay stuck in space, and reach. And I want you to notice your obliques here. I want you to feel that pull up through the obliques. Yes, you're working your arms, absolutely, but we're also working our obliques here. Good, that's 5, 4. Good, I said 5 and then I said 4. Told you, counting. Good job, 9, 10. I think sometimes I get used to counting down when I'm teaching indoor cycling. Good. Good. We've got 2 more. And then we're going to switch sides. Good. Last one. Beautiful. Come back through center. We're going to switch over to the right side. Lean and then twist over to the side. Belly stays pulled in. Reach and rotate. 3, 4, 5. Now this can really easily kind of move itself into your back. 6. But I want you to feel that pull and that rotation from the obliques. 7, 8, 9. Good job. 10. You guys look so good. Beautiful. Nice job, Elizabeth. Good job, Ludia. Good. 2 more. Nice. And last one. Beautiful. Well done. All right, that was awesome. So now I want you to grab 2 weights. We are going to be doing some alternating split squats. So actually, they're called split squats, but they're lunges. And then we're going to go into a press. So grab some weights. You're going to need weights that are going to challenge you to do an overhead press. So make sure you've got something that's going to work for your body today. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with our arms outstretched. We're going to come back. We're going to hold our arms in these cactus arms. We're going to come back with our right leg. Bend and almost kind of hover over the mat. As you come up, you're going to press your arms up to the sky. Back as you reach. Press as you come up. We're going to do, let's do one side. It'll help a little bit with the stabilization. We got 15 repetitions. We're already working through maybe our 3rd or 4th one. Keep your belly pulled in. Now this is one of those things where if you're working against your balance here and lifting and pressing away the foot and then coming back through center doesn't work. Stay in a squat position and just lower and lift your leg as you reach your arms up overhead. Good job. We got 5 more. I'll demonstrate what I mean by that in our next round. I should have done that before. Stay with me. Almost there. Good job. Last one. And rest. Beautiful. Now, what I mean by that isometric lunge, so if you're finding it hard to alternate or to bring the foot forward and you're really working it against the balance, hold your arms up, bend your knee. As you extend your back leg, reach your arms, and just stay here. Okay, so that you're not shifting your weight forward and back and kind of finding that imbalance. All right, so starting with the left side, arms are cactused. Left up leg is going to come back. Find your lunge. Bend your knee. As you press up, extend your arms. Left leg back. And press. Keep going. We got 5 more. Last one. And 5. Nice job. Probably feeling that through the shoulders. Well done. Good job. Now, finish up where you're at. If you haven't done all of the 15, finish up where you're at. Grab some water. We're going to come back down to the floor. We're going to go into our crunches. We're going to do 1 minute of crunches. Work the rectus, work the low abs. So grab some water. Not too much because we're going to crunches, so I want to be careful. All right. So lying down on the floor, a couple of options here. You can bring your feet up the tabletop so that they're a 90-degree angle, little bend and arch in the low back. Just make sure you have a neutral spine here. Or you can keep your feet flat and shoulder hip distance apart. Hands are interlaced behind the crown of the head. Elbows are within your peripheral vision. Inhale to lengthen the back of the neck. In 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lift, pull the shoulder blades off the ground. Come back down. We got 60 seconds. I really want us to make sure we're targeting the abdominals and not the neck. So feel that pull from the abdominals, lifting you up, lowering down, finding that breath. I usually like to exhale as I lift, inhale as I lower. Watching the arch of the back doesn't start to flatten out. And you also want to see if you're squeezing through your glutes at all. Here we go. We got 5 more seconds left. We're almost there. Good. And 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Nice job. That was great. All right. We've got circuit number 2 done and in the bag. We are going to go into circuit number 3. We're going to go into some side lunges with bicep curls. So come on up. So now we're going to go into 8 on one side, 8 on the other. Grab some heavier resistance. We're going to go into a hammer curl style of bicep curl. So we're going to hold our weights like a coffee cup. So similar to how we started today in our warm-up, I'll just demonstrate first. As we're going to come into our lunge, we're going to come into a bicep curl and then bring the foot back. So bend and then back through center, okay? So we want to establish that really nice firm foundation. In the event that's not working for you and you find yourself really working against that balance, bend and reach, okay? Just stay in this isometric side lunge if that works better for you. When you land, toes are going to be out to the edge. You're going to find that feet are nice and parallel, okay? 3, 2, 1. And back through center. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're only doing 8. And now we're coming back and we're going to do the other side. Good. We've got 2 more. Good. Last one. Beautiful. Come back through center. Maybe shift over a little bit to the right. Same thing on the other side. 3, 2, 1. Bend and come into that bicep curl. 1, 2, 3. You got it. Stay lifted through the torso. 4, 5. You've got it. 6. Nice. 7. You got it. And 8. Well done. Beautiful. Take those weights. We're going to hold them down in front of us. So feet are a little wider than hip distance apart. We're going to come into mowers. So the bottom, the right arm is going to reach, and then you're going to row it in. Reach and row it in. Your other arm is just holding the weights. Just an added little challenge. Keep the belly pulled in. You can bend the knees if that feels right. 15 on either side. 3, 2, 1. Down and row it in. Down and row. Down and row. 3, 4, 5. Kind of going with like a 3, 2, 1 tempo here. You need to slow it down. Slow it down. 7, 8, 9, 10, you've got it. 11, 12, we're going to switch right over to the left side. 13, 14, and 15. Take a second, finish up your reps. Good. Switch over to the other side, left to right, and row it in. 2, good. 3. Now think about the muscular focus here. If we've done deadlifts before, same muscular focus, hamstrings and glutes, those are what's lifting you up. Belly pulls in, so you protect the back. We are past the halfway point. Keep going. You've got it. Good. Last 5. 4. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. And bring it up, and you are done with those. Great job. Set the weights to the side. Now, we're going to come down onto the floor. I need you to grab a weight that's not too heavy. I'm going to go 3 pounds. We're going to be doing a lower end lift with our arm and leg, but with a weight today. So lying down on your back, we'll start with our knees bent and just get ourselves established here. So we're going to start with the right side. Right leg is going to be long. Left knee is going to stay bent. Right arm is going to reach up overhead. As we lift our leg and lift our arm, we're going to come into a crunch and then lower and lift and lower. 15 seconds each side. Here we go. And lift. Pull up through the belly. You can place the left hand behind the crown if that feels right. I want you to reach that weight right up to the shin. Make sure you're breathing. Beautiful. My right leg is coming down, but it is really just hovering over the floor. Beautiful. We got 4 more. Good. Last 2. Keep going. And last 1. Beautiful. Take your time. Finish up where you're at. We're going to move on to the left side. So right knee will stay bent. Extend out through the left leg. Left leg and left arm is reaching up overhead. Same idea. 3, 2, 1, lift and lower and lift and lower. I want you to kind of try to lift your hand up towards the shin. Beautiful. 5. You've got it. 6, 7. You've got it. 8, 9, 10. Really challenging that right oblique here. 11. 4 more. 12. You've got it. 13. 14. Last one. Beautiful. Rest your legs. Rest your arms. Great job, guys. Well done. Perfect. All right, so it is currently 5 after 10. This is what we're going to do. We are going to run through circuit 1, 2, and 3, but we are going to take 2 exercises from each circuit. We're going to do the repetitions, and then we're going to come and we're going to finish off with our stretch. So for the first round, we are going to go into a goblet squat as well as our rows. For the second one, we're going to go into our reverse lunges with our shoulder presses on both sides, 15 on each. That'll be our 2. The last one, we're going to finish off with our abs. We're going to finish off with a plank and an overhead lower and lift. Okay? All right, so I'm stealing the plank from the segment 1 so we can finish up with the plank position in our last circuit. So starting with your goblet, grab your weight. We're going to do an isometric hold. 15 repetitions. Try to grab something a little bit heavier. Feet are a little wider than hip distance apart. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. I want you to bring those heels into the floor. Squeeze your glutes as you come up. Really try and turn the weight, the glutes on. 4, 5, good. 6, 7, you've got it. 8, 9, beautiful. Stay with me. 10, 11, 12, 13, you've got it. 14, 15, beautiful. All right, so finish up where you're at. We're going to go into our wide rows to our tuck in rows. Remember, in total, there's 30 repetitions. Each row comprises of 1 set. So grab a weight. We're going to do our bent over row, starting feet are hip distance apart. We bend the knees. From here, we lean over. Shoulders are turned on. Weights are facing, the palms are facing the body. Row for a wide. Come down, rotate, tuck it in. Here we go. Good. 4, you got it. 5. Keep your belly pulled in. Beautiful. Trying to really focus on the shoulder blades here. Beautiful. We are halfway. So if you're feeling this in your low back, your back's starting to get a little tired, turn your glutes on, turn your belly on, bring it in towards your heart. You've got it. Beautiful, we're almost there. Excellent. Good job, guys. Last 3 repetitions. Beautiful, last one. If you've got a few extra to do, go ahead and finish them up. If you're done, extend your body, give your legs a little twirl. Nice job. Okay, grab some water if you need it. We're gonna go into our split lunges with our shoulder presses. If for whatever reason your shoulders are starting to get a little tired, maybe with the overhead, 2 things. Either take a little break before we start our next one, or maybe go into a front raise. You're gonna work your shoulders. That's what our target is for today, okay? All right, so grab your weights. Now I'm going to tell you, I just lowered my weights because that feels better for me. With so many repetitions, I can maintain this weight better. So if you need to do the same, go for it. All right, start with your top of your mat. Arms are cactused, opened wide, rib cage pulled in, belly pulled in. Come back with your right. Find your squat, your lunge back, and as you press, then you press your arms. Reach back, cactus your arms, reach with your arms up. Here we go. 3, you want to watch your low back. 4, remember you can always go into that isometric hold, 5, 6, 7, make sure your left knee is tracking with your toes. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we're almost there. 13, 14, last one, 15. Beautiful. Whew. Gonna feel that in the shoulders tomorrow. All right, left leg. I'm gonna go back into those military shoulder presses, but if you don't want to, go ahead and choose a front raise instead. All right, establish a nice grounding through the right foot. Come back into your lunge, cactus your arms. Rib cage pulls in, belly's in. Press up, extend the arms. Back, and then back up. 2, 3, you got it. 4, 5, you've got it. 6, 7, we are almost at that halfway point. 8, you got it. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, come on, 2 more. Stay with me. 14, last one, 15. Woo! We did it. Good job, guys. Well done. All right, grab some water if you want to come down. Before you come down to the floor, we are going to do our single arm, single leg. Then we're going to finish off with a minute plank. Then we're done for our strength part today. Going to go to some nice stretches after. So I've got just a light weight here. You can choose what works for you. You just want to be careful for that shoulder stabilization. So when you're coming back with your weight, we're not trying to push back beyond our range of motion. Try to keep it so that you're going as far as is comfortable and supportive through the shoulders. Starting with our right leg, left knee is bent. Right leg is going to extend out long. Maybe you bring your hand behind the head. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Lift and reach. And lift and reach. You've got it. Keep going. Now you want to keep your pelvis nice and stable here. You want to almost anchor that left glute and lower back into the floor without any sort of movement here. You're lifting up, pulling the shoulder blades off the ground by pulling up through your low abs. We got 4 more. 3, 2, give me 1 more. 1, and bend the right knee. And then we're going to extend out through the left leg. Right knee stays bent, left arm reaches up overhead. 3, 2, 1, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, you've got it. 5, nice job, guys. 6, 7, you want to lift that weight right up as if you're reaching for your toes. 9, good, we've got 6 more. 7, good, so I don't know where I'm counting. Good, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. 1, beautiful. Woo. All right, rest that weight off to the side. We got a minute left. We're going to finish off with our plank. Now, this is what I'm going to encourage you to do. If you did one type of plank the last time, maybe see if you've got some different options for this round. So, for instance, if you went onto a forearm plank, maybe try a push-up plank today. Just give it a go. You can always come down onto the floor on your forearms, okay? Alrighty, so let's start off. You choose whatever you want. Now, I'm going to go into a push-up plank, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some leg lifts as I go through. So I encourage you to do the same. If you're going back into a forearm plank, you can do those leg lifts too. I'm going to do 30 seconds of an isometric plank, then I'm going to add those leg lifts in, okay? 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. All right, 10 seconds. We're going to start with the leg lifts. Or if you want to change your position of your plank, go ahead and try something different. 3, 2, 1. You've got it. That's it, guys. Nice job. I love your form, guys. 10 seconds left. Almost there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop down to your knees. Open up wide, press back into your child's pose. We're going to start right from here for our stretching. It's going to change the music. Okay. All right, so knees are wide, big toes are together, arms are reaching out really nice and long, trying to give the back and the shoulders a nice little stretch here. Just also trying to bring ourselves down a little bit, so take a few breaths through the back of the body. Try to soften your pelvis area, okay? So try to let your pelvis just sink down a little bit. Feel the breath kind of expanding the back of your body. Now, if reaching your hands up overhead doesn't feel right, you can always extend with your arms out to the side and rest your forehead down onto the floor. We're just going to come into child's pose. So as you're taking a few breaths in, begin to feel the breath entering in through the nose, expanding down. Forehead so it's just hovering over the ground. The heart is slightly lifted, the back remains long. We're going to walk the hands over to the left side and just give the side, reaching down through the right hip. Opening up the intercostal. And about an inch or two further away from the body, keep the right hip down without reaching up and trying to keep the right over onto the right side, and same idea, you want to open up through the left rib cage and just reach a little further with the left arm, softening through the heart, softening through the forehead. You're just trying to breathe into the left side of the body, feeling that expansive breath. And then as you're ready, come back through center. We're going to press ourselves up into our all fours position. And we're going to bring the knees in so that they're hip distance apart. And we're going to take I'm going to actually take my shoes off. We're going to take the right leg and we're going to extend it out long as if we're coming into a spinal balance. So we're just kickstanding that right foot long. Back is nice and supported. Take the right knee, cross it behind the left, and open up the feet a little wider. And then we're going to press back and give our glutes a nice little stretch here. You also get a little bit of that added stretch through the back. We're not coming down to the floor, so you're just pressing down. Soften through the glutes. Giving the IT band a little stretch as well. And then as you're ready, come back through center. Unwind the right from behind the left and then kickstand the left leg long. And then we'll cross it behind the right, open up the feet in opposition to each other and press back. You're going to feel a gorgeous stretch perhaps through the right glute. Just press your body back, giving yourself a little bit of space here also. So try to let the shoulders drip away from the ears. Try to soften through the glute. And as you're ready, come all the way back up. We're going to take the left foot and bring it forward and just open up a little bit through the right hip flexor. So knees are aligned with the toes. And we're just going to lean forward and be really gentle here. Pressing into the right knee and extending through the left legs. You want to maybe take a couple of steps forward so that when you lean forward, your knee is right on top of the ankle. Belly is pulled in, tailbone is slightly tucked under. And maybe we're resting the hands on the left knee. And just take a few deep breaths here, releasing the hip flexor. And then as you're ready, press into your right foot, extend the leg out long. Walk the hands down to the floor. Shift the hips slightly back. You're going to feel a little bit of an opening and lengthening through the hamstring. Reach the heel into the floor. I'm going to press a little bit of dynamic tension there. So pressing the heel in is going to really kind of activate the muscle. And then as we press back, we're going to really get that nice stretch in the muscle. And then as you bring the left foot back, and we're going to bring the right foot forward. If your knees are uncomfortable in this position, always feel free to wrap your mat so that you have a bit of softness, a little cushioning behind the knee or underneath the knee, and or take a blanket or a pillow. It's a real great way to just soften that space. Just establishing a really nice open hip here. Maybe taking that right foot a little further so you have a bit of space to lean forward. Just let your body weight do the work. You really don't need to do anything here. And as you're ready, push your right heel into the ground, extend the right leg, bring the toes up to the sky. Pressing the heel dynamically into the mat, we're going to bring ourselves forward, pressing back through the hip, and feel a nice opening through the hamstring. And then as you're ready, walk your hands forward and then bring your right knee back. We're going to come right onto our sits bones, so sitting down onto the mat. We're going to come into our staff pose. So legs are going to be lengthened. Now, if you have any sort of rounding in the spine, you want to be able to prop yourself up on a pillow or a block so that you can really maintain some length through the spine here. So beginning with our feet active, reaching through the heels, we're going to swim the hands up towards the sky, breathing in. Creating a bit of length as we reach through the fingers and creating length through the spine. Maintaining this length, we're going to come down into a forward fold, reach down towards the toes and or the ankles or the shins, wherever your hands land. And just notice what your body's doing here. Notice what's getting a bit of lengthening, maybe the low back, maybe the back of the legs. Notice also where you're holding a little bit of tension, maybe releasing the shoulders, releasing the breath, just allowing your body to find a little bit of softness. And then as you're ready, walk your hands back through center. We just want to reestablish a really nice, lengthened, strong spine. Take the left leg and we're going to bring it into the inner thigh of the right. Now, if you have space to bring it and cross it over the right, go ahead and do so. Then I'm going to take the right arm and press the elbow into the left knee and then twist towards the left. What you want to do though is you want to keep that length through the spine. And then as you twist, you're not going to be compressing any of the vertebrae. And there's just a gentle, I'm not forcing myself, I'm just gently guiding myself. So a little bit of pressure, but not much in my elbow as I rotate. And as you're ready, unwind your body from tailbone, low back, mid back, upper back. Coming back through center, we're going to take the right leg and cross it underneath the left. And you'll notice this is where we were at before, just in a different relationship to gravity. So we crisscrossed our legs behind when we were on our all fours, and we're coming into shoelace or cow face, depending on what you call it. And just feeling that nice stretch through the IT band and through the glutes. And your knees might not stack, it doesn't matter. And if it doesn't feel comfortable, then just release and go into crisscross into easy seated position. Your hips might want to try to lift off the ground, and we just want to see if we can guide the hip bones, the sits bones down towards the floor. And just keeping a really long and lifted sternum here. As you're ready, we're going to extend the right leg long. Keep the left ankle right over the right. We're going to roll our hands back behind us. So if you got any weights or anything kind of impeding your space, move them away, because that's what I had. And then slide your right foot in towards center. We're just going to give our left hip a nice little stretch. Allow the left hip to just rest down and kind of work away from your body. And as you're ready, slide your right foot long and take the left foot and release it down to the floor, taking the left sole of the foot onto the inner of the right thigh. We're going to come into a half butterfly forward fold. Inhale, take the arms long, pull up through the fingertips to create space through the vertebrae, and then come all the way down into our forward fold. You'll notice you'll get a little bit deeper into the hip here. You're also working the back chain of the right leg. And as you're ready, walk your hands back through center. Good. Extend the left leg long this time. Bring the right foot in towards center. You can cross your right over your left if that feels appropriate. Take the right hand first and roll it back. Lift up through your spine. Take the left elbow into the right knee and gently twist towards the right side. And then as you're ready, releasing from tailbone, low back, mid back, upper back, coming back to center. Taking the left leg, sweeping it underneath and creating this shoelace type of legs here, or cow face. One side might feel a little different than the other. Maybe you're interlacing the fingers and placing them in front and lifting up through the sternum. And maybe we're reaching down through the sits bones. Again, if this does not work for you, go into crisscross. Just open up the hips, or maybe even to butterfly. That's a great way to open up through the hips. And then as you're ready, extend the left leg long. Bringing the right ankle over the left, taking the fingertips and pressing them behind you, lifting up through the sternum, and then sliding the left foot in towards center. And as you do so, try to soften through the right hip, allowing it to open, and keeping the upper body nice and long. So we want to watch that we're not releasing and crowding forward, but rather staying long and active through the back. Nice. And then as you're ready, slide your left foot forward. Take the right sole of the foot, bring it into the inner of the left leg, and we're finding our half butterfly pose here. Inhale, take the arms up overhead, find length through the fingertips, and then as you come down, reach down towards the toes, and allow a little bit of an opening through the right hip and also a lengthening through the left leg. And then as you're ready, walk your hands back through center. We're going to come into crisscross. And sitting up tall onto our sits bones, we're going to reach the arms in front of us. Palms are facing each other. We're going to twist the palms and then sweep them behind us. Reaching for the hands, maybe interlacing them. If that doesn't work, bring your hands to your hips and just lift up and open up into chest expansion. And then as you're ready, release your hands to your knees. Lift up tall through the spine. We're going to pull the belly in, round the low back, tuck the chin in towards the chest. And then as you articulate through the spine, lift up through the heart, lift up through the sternum, coming into our seated cat-cow. This will be our last one for the day. And round. Lift. And let's finish with 2 more cat-cows. And lift. Last one. let's all find ourselves sitting up nice and tall. We're going to close our practice with a nice deep clearing breath, finishing off our workout today, releasing anything else we don't need. Circle sweep the arms up towards the sky. Bring the palms together. Exhale, release the breath down to heart center. And give yourself a little applause. You did such a good job today, guys. Thank you so, so much. Let's finish with our cheer because we can. And I want to tell you from my heart to yours, thank you for coming to class today. I'm super proud of you. Any feedback is good, so don't be shy. So, finishing with our cheer.